Welcome back everyone, we're back again with Boston United on our journey to League One football, then onwards and upwards in the English tier of football. Been on a fairly good run of form. As late we're playing really weird, like we're going behind early on and then we're just coming back in a lot of games. Our last episode we played against Bournemouth and Wickham. We lost 2-0 in both games. Wickham, I don't know what that game was about. Like they had like 80% possession for like pretty much the entire game, and then we eventually got a bit of possession back in the latter stages of it, but still it was all over the place. Then we went up against Leyton Orient. At the time, I think Leyton Orient were around third, I think, third or fourth. But we played against them, and they went ahead, and then we got 2 minutes, like relatively 2 last-minute goals, and won the game outright. Brought on 2 substitute strikers, and they both got goals, so they did pretty well. They went to Mansfield, another similar situation. We went down. We got an early goal, and then they scored 2. They also got a sending off, so that's probably where a lot of our possession came back into it. And then we eventually kind of ran through them. O'Connell got 2 free kick goals, I believe, if memory serves correctly. Then we went up against Newport, a 1-0 win. Portville, 5-2 win. Everyone's getting on the score sheet really. Gibbs got brace. He's been getting a lot of goals lately. Then we went up against Man United under 23s. This was ridiculous. I don't know how we won this. We went 1-0 down, got an own goal, and then McGrath got a brace and Gibbs scored. They just they allowed us to play with the ball, and it says they had 63% possession, but like we were just so much more clinical with it, and we just did so much more with the ball. And McGrath had shot in his back pocket the entire game. Like literally, I think McGrath's last goal was from a long ball punted up. Shaw took it down, chested it, and then passed it across, and he passed it just straight to McGrath's feet, just ran through and scored. He played pretty well, and considering they had the likes of Modric and Angel Gomez on the pitch, we actually went in for him, and we weren't able to sign him, or for a loan. What's his name? Rankin Costello ended up going up, signing for another club, so we weren't able to get him in. So that kind of sucked. Went up against Bury. This is another game where like we went behind, and then we somehow came out on top. Where we went ahead early on, 35 minutes, they equalized 36, and then in the last dying minutes of the game, McGrath got himself a hat-trick, 90th, 94th minute, and then Duff got finished it off with a 5th one. And the crazy part is we had to get a red card, and we played arguably better with the player sent off. I don't know what it is. We've had a fair few suspensions lately. Then we went to Blackpool, a 0-0 draw. Kitchen got himself sent off. We kind of held out, but it just ended that way, and it wasn't an amazing game, but kind of sucked. Hardy got a goal, and then Ty got a goal, who was Tyreek Bakinson, I don't know. Ty is just easier to say. And then we went to Stevenage, bet them 3-0. I think they're still third at the moment. Third, yeah. We kind of just smashed them. Again, got an early goal, and then we kind of killed the game off. Gibbs got a goal, and McGrath got a goal. McGrath also won Player of the Month, and his stats are ridiculous. I'll show you now. So in 9 games, he has 8 goals and 7 assists. He's on fire. He's tearing it up. And initially, when we bought him, he was valued at like, I want to say 2K, and we paid 40,000 for him. 45K. Like he's already scored 6 goals in the league and 6 goals or 6 assists. It's like he's easily winning us games, and like at the end of the transfer window, we were being told like it wasn't for value or whatever, so kind of sucked in that sense. Also, we had one player who went out, and I had no control over it at all, which really sucked. You'll see we actually have a good bit of cash here. I brought in another player in, but where is he? Where's he gone? Oh, Denham. Yeah, so Denham's gone. He had a buyout clause of 300k, and they'll all met it, and they sold him to them, which really sucks. Tanai went on loan to, I don't know. He's been wanting to go out, and we haven't been able to sell him. I was looking at getting rid of a Claxton, but no one seems to want him, even though there's a few clubs interested in him. And I basically offered him out for free and to pay all of his wages, but no one still wanted him. So when we got rid of Denham, I realized we needed to get a replacement in. I was thinking getting one centre back in just for a bit of cover, just because Masanda's kind of dropped in form and Cavani's kind of off the pace as well. So I initially brought in O'Farrell in as a loanee, and then we sold Denham, so we needed to bring in another centre half just for a bit of cover because he'll be going, and then what's his name will be going, Dickinson, and they could both arguably be our best left back or centre halves, and I don't really want that, so we got in Dion Conroy from Bradford City for 62k. He's valued about like 115. When we bought him, he was valued about 125ish. He's played okay so far. He's played a few games. He was just a bit off the pace for a few of them, but eventually he's starting to find a bit of form. And he's currently, Kitching is currently suspended in the league. He went through the back of a player, so he got himself sent off in 3 games. So I think he has still 2 more games to go, or 1 more. But he'll be available for the Wolves game today. Why did I didn't realize it was that far away from the start, but I'll bring you guys for the game in a second. Oh my god, I'm a dope. I found a way, if you open up your mind and see what's inside. It's gonna take some time to your line over your shoulder, picking you up when you're down, so just turn around. Picking you up when you're down, just turn around. Panic was sacked by Shrewsbury. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's grand, he's out on loan. Picking you up when you're down, just turn around. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We're back again. Apologies for I didn't realize we were so far off the dates, but so we're back into it. We have a few players suspended, 1 injured. John is injured. He should be back in about 2 weeks. I think he's strained his calf. He has strained his calf muscles. Conroy is cup tied, and then Gibbs is suspended. He picked up 20 yellow cards. I think you only need 2 in this competition, but so we're going to be starting McGrath and Duff up top, Connell, Ty, Virtue, Hardy, Kitching, Dickinson, O'Farrell, Lee, and Huddart. So we have just Masanda and Cavani on the bench, just because Masanda could be the right back, and then we have we can slot in one of these guys for left back if Kitching starts playing bad, and Haygarth obviously for Ty, Baith for Virtue, Carr for O'Connell, and then long bottom for either one of the strikers. But we'll get into it anyways. Hopefully we get a good result here, because we're actually in the semis, so if we win this, I think we'll be on to the finals. And I can't remember if we have a finals and then we go on to check a trade overall final trophy, or if there's a different wait for it. Yellow. Look into him. Always looking for new centre halves, especially since we have a few moving on in the summer, and I don't know if we'll be able to get them back. Yeah, see if we can get it. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but at the same time I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. If that makes any sense. This is an under 23 side, so I don't know. 450, Jesus. Yeah, so there's a few viable players like him, Pederino. Some players there are decent and some not so much. We're on the counter. I think we'll stick with it for the moment. Because we played, when we played against Man United, we played on a short possession as well, or low possession, and we kind of eventually just got through the game. With these new additions to our back line, we've actually become a little more defensively sound, I'd say. Although we still are conceding a fair few goals. Let's check our tactics. Make sure we're running everything I want. Yeah, that's how I usually do it. And usually towards the latter stages of each half I'll go attacking for maybe like 5 or so minutes. Jesus, I just did a fucking U-turn. It's very close. He's absolutely rapid as well. So like once, if he gets into a foot race with a centre half, he's usually gone, and he'll cut inside them. And he likes to run at the goalkeeper as well. So and then he'll just slot it past them. He's pretty tidy finisher. He's similar to Longbottom, but more prolific, I'd say. I probably should have. I forgot to go attacking. Wasn't minding at all. Go back up there and grab the goal. Yeah, that's really all we need. Because I think we're settled enough to get the goal. Yeah, like there. McGrath has been a signing and a half. I definitely recommend if any of you guys are doing a lower league side in England. Although McGrath, who's weird, we had to register him even though he's under 20. I think it's because he's from UK or Scotland rather than England, which seems a little bit odd. And Huddart as well, he's pretty decent. I think he starts at Arsenal, I can't remember. We got him from Bournemouth, if memory serves. Don't be red, please. No. Okay. Whip it in. Missed it. Missed it completely. But they're playing well. We're on the counter, so they're going to have to come attack us now, which will be ideal. We have good substitutes on the bench, so if anything goes too mad, we can just make a sub. But definitely building some momentum now, which is great. We've had the odd blip, but I think it's just how the team's set up like almost perfectly for us. And if you guys remember correctly, I think we were running a 3 at the back or a 4-3-3. I ended up having to swap to a 4-4-2, and that's how we've been having a lot of our success lately. Just getting some of the midfield players more involved and changing up our tactics. Just because we keep getting found out. Who knows, we'll probably go back to, we might have these 3 formations that we rotate through for, have the 4-4-2, a 4-4-2 diamond, and then a 4-3-3, so it's something different every single time. I was thinking of 4-2-3-1, but I like the option of 2 strikers, or at least 2 plus strikers. There's a bit of link of play so they don't get marked out of the game. Kitching is not having an amazing game. Might get him off. We'll get Farrell off for Kitching, and then throw on Masanda. Anyone else? Hardy's not having an amazing game either. Put Virtue out there and have Baked on in midfield. I imagine we'll probably bring on Carr then for O'Connell. We'll leave him for a few more minutes, see if anything comes out of this. I won't shout at them actually because they're all composed and looking fairly level-headed. Keep an eye on the time. Oh, we're at 87 minutes. I'll bring Carr on for Connell. He got 2 or 3 assists last game. Just this team started to just ping at us, and he was just able to just kind of slot it as that wide playmaker and just find some space. And game. Sweet, that's very good for us. I thought we were going to lose, but I won't complain about that. A good win, boys. Well done, very well done. Obviously, not going to complain about 1-0 win. I still like a bit of a bigger cushion. Oh, we're going to be playing Millwall. Oh, we'll be safe because what's his name? Is he even in their first team? Why did they sign him if you just put him in the under 23s? Makes no sense. It was a dodgy goal that went in anyways, but still, we take our chances. So, play Millwall. I'd like to go up against Denham, but obviously we can't because he's going to be cup tied for it, but it'd be nice. Not going to happen though. Such a shame. But yeah, I'll bring us back for the Carlisle game. I'll see you in a few. Welcome back, everyone. We're back with against Carlisle today. I think they're going to be running 4-3-3. Well, that'd be interesting. Or 4-4-2 should actually play pretty well against them. Yeah, so we're keeping relatively the same team. Obviously, we had to drop Kitching out because he's still suspended. Yeah, I think he has 2 more games, 1 more game. So we're going to play Dickinson on the left-hand side, Farrell on the left back, bring in DeYoung Conroy into the team for this. He was cup tied for last game, and just bringing in Haygarth for Ty. He played well, but I just want to give him a rest because he always seems to get a little bit tired towards the ends of the games. We'll see how well O'Connell's doing. We'll probably bring Carr in at some stage for him. McGrath's in the team and Gibbs has got his place back. Duff's just on the bench, Longbottom, Carr, Ty, Baith, Masonda, and then Molden. We've actually dropped Willis. Molden's just a better player overall. But we'll get into it. See how well the team will perform today. Also, thought the PC crashed for a second. I had a blue screen. What do you call it? Kilbenny is also injured, so that's why he's not on the bench. We're going to go around and he could go out there and press me. Although no one our luck, this team is 23rd, so they'll probably smash us like 6-0. Just some fucking random luck. We're on cautious. I'll see how this goes. Probably try to test them out for a bit, see if they're going to be attacking minded or what they want us to have the ball. I think our game is going to be fouls, or not fouls, set pieces against them. If we're going to give them shots away, might try a bit of positive. See if we just get their our hand on the ball, or not our hands on the ball, but our just get a run on the ball and see if we can get a bit of pace dictated around. Buckley picked up a bit of a knock for them. I imagine it's just a strain or something, nothing too major. Shouts, get creative. Please do not counter us here. definitely going to be a goal for them. You see it. No one was closing them down. Okay. Hagarth completely missed his man on the tackle. That might be why I've been opting for Ty a bit more in those kind of situations. He's going to bulldoze through a player, because Hagarth is a quite small, nimble player and not very defensive minded. He's more thinking to get into the final third and create chances, which is always good, but no situation when it's you on a player, you're going to like just go and tackle him. I'm going to go cautious, I guess, because they're still having a load of possession. Go look more wide. Distribute it quickly. And drop our guys a bit deeper. If they're sitting back, the defensive line should push up with them, and then once they do, we can there's more space in behind for us to kick the ball forward. That being said, it also pushes their midfield and everything forward as well. But I'm confident enough in the team to be able to soak the pressure well. And also we have players like O'Farrell and Dickinson being able just to ping the balls really long and running at the players' feet is really, really handy. Picking up a few yellow cards at the front, we might try attacking them, see if we can expose some gaps. Push the guys a bit forward if we're going to be attacking them. See if we can find ourselves a bit of space. Was he offside? Must have been a foul or something. I think I'm going to get O'Connell off and bring on Carr just for that bit of passing range. Actually, no, we'll do Carr for Hardy. And I think we'll might get Virtue off and throw on, Ty. And I think we'll just put him on, I'll leave him on defend actually. See if we can force an objective here. Very attacking team instructions. Hit early crosses, play for set pieces. We've got some pretty good free kick takers, so might as well take advantage of them with the likes of O'Farrell. He's got like, I think 16 free kick actually. It is pretty decent. I think it's 16, it's like 16 or 15. 16. Both strikers being kind of indifferent. Let me bring Longbottom on for Gibbs. See if he can cause anything. Shouts. Get creative. See, will they come up with anything? Okay, a few more minutes left. I'm going to do something dastardly. We have 3 centre backs on. Push O'Connell up, Carr in the middle, and Lee over here. Can Lee? No, he's not very comfortable over there. Carr likes to be an advanced playmaker, support, together attack, and get him on winger attack, I guess, or support. I'll bring him back as well, actually. Don't want him too wide. We don't need to overlap then. Play out of defense, very wide, pass into space. Run at defense. Yep. From changes and play. Shit. Probably our last chance, I guess. Yep. That change was way too late. Shit. A draw away from home isn't too bad, I guess. I think maybe we should change it up a little bit earlier on. Oh well. We're still like I think we're still like 12 points ahead, so it's not the end of the world. And we have like 10 games left. Oh Jesus, 16 points ahead. Bury's dropped some games. We did beat them recently. Yeah, we beat them 4-1. We got Stevenage, so we're kind of pushing ourselves ahead, and we have 11 games left, so we're doing pretty well. In terms of goal scored, Gibbs doing bits, 27 goals for us this season. I think this is the main reason why we're actually doing so well, is that last season in the games we'd either draw or lose. We just didn't have that clinical goal scorer just to see us out. Once we kind of got to the latter stages of last season, that's when we kind of cemented ourselves in that top half, when we had likes of Duff, Gibbs and stuff just firing all cylinders, getting us goals. And we really needed them in the earlier stages because there's so many games early on. But that's where we're coming in spades, and definitely once we had a few injuries and we were getting a bit fatigued, throwing McGrath into the mix, he's definitely invigorated the squad, I'd say. A different dynamic that we're not just having two pressing forwards and a poacher, we're including an advanced forward who's going to be naturally a little more further ahead, having one guy a little bit more dropped back rather than a poacher is not as mobile. He's kind of sitting there waiting for his chance to come through, but an advanced forward he's just going to be at the back of the heel of the defender, the back line the whole time, looking for that just run so he can get through. But yeah, they're doing pretty well. In terms of when we'll come back, ooh, we could do check and trade trophy. I might do that. Aldershot Millwall. That could be a good one, or maybe just Millwall. I'm not too sure. We'll come up with something anyways. I might just do one depending on how long the game goes for. But yeah, we'll end it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.